Kentucky back in 49. I went to Detroit working on an assembly line. First year they had me putting wheels on Cadillacs. Every day I'd watch them beauties roll by. Sometimes I'd hang my head and cry, 'cause I always wanted to be one that was long and black. One day I'd devise myself a plan that should be the envy of most any man. I'd sneak it out of there in a lunchbox in my hand. Now getting caught meant getting fired, but I figured I'd have it all by the time I retired. I'd have me a car worth at least 100 grand. I'd get it one piece at a time, and it wouldn't cost me a dime. You know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style, I'm gonna drive everybody wild, 'cause I'll have the only one there is around. So the very next day when I punched in with my big lunchbox and with the help of a friend, I left that day with the lunchbox full of gears. I've never considered myself a thief, but GM wouldn't just miss one little piece, especially if I strung it out over several years. The first day I got me a fuel pump, and the next day I got me an engine in a trunk, and then I got me a transmission with all the chrome. The little things I could fit in my big lunchbox, like nuts and bolts and all 4 shocks. With the big stuff, we had to sneak out my buddy's mobile home. Now up to now, the plan went all right till we tried to put it all together one night, and that's when we noticed that something was definitely wrong. The transmission was a 53, and the motor turned out to be a 73, and when we tried to put in the bolts, all the holes were gone. So we drilled it out so that it would fit with a little bit of help from an adapter kit. We had that engine running just like a song. Now the headlights, there was another sight. We had 2 on the left and 1 on the right. And when we pulled out the switch, all 3 of them come on. The back end looked kind of funny too, but we put it together, and when we got through, well, that's when we just noticed that we only had 1 tail fin. About that time, my wife walked out, and I could see in her eyes that she had her doubts. But she opened up the door and said, "Honey, take me for a spin." So we drove uptown just to get the tags, and I headed right out down the main drag, and I could hear everybody laughing for blocks around. But up there at the courthouse, they didn't laugh, because the time was up and took the whole stack. And when they got through, the title weighed 60 pounds. I got it one piece at a time, and it's gonna cost me a dime. You know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style, I'm gonna drive everybody wild, 'cause I'll have the only one there is around. Yeah, Red Rider, this is the Cottonmouth and the Psychobilly Cadillac home. This is the Cottonmouth and negatory on the cost of this old sheet there, Red Rider. You might say I went right up to the factory and picked it up. It's a little cheaper that way. What bottle is it? It's 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, automobile. It's 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68.